I've talked a lot in the last month about shows, people, and creatives who were nominated for Tonys and who got left out, but today I want to talk about the performances. If you're curious, the big winners were SCHMIGADOON, The Lost Boys, and Ragtime, but you can check out the Tonys website for more information on that. Now let's get into the performances. We don't get a lot of information on who's going to be performing or even who's presenting at award shows until really close to the actual ceremony, so doesn't leave a whole lot of time for speculation. Okay, first up, the opening number. Obviously Pink was gonna come in flying, and love that. Peter Pan reference, 10 points. The whole Moulin Rouge thing was actually super clever. I never even thought of it, especially since the show is closing this year. Great chance for it to have its sort of last hurrah at the Tonys. Special tribute performances. At the top of my list is the 30th anniversary of the Chicago revival. Oh, I'm no one's wife, but Pink singing all that jazz. I mean, is she not a perfect Velma Kelly? Although if she does eventually end up on Broadway, I want to see her in a different role. I think Chicago has seen its fair share of stunt casting. Second on my list of the tribute performances is Leslie Odom Jr.'s in memoriam performance of Without You from Rent. I listen to his rendition of that song every few months because it just moves me. Ugh, I teared up a little bit, that man's voice. And Rachel Zegler attributing a chorus line celebrating 50 years since it opened on Broadway. Don't hate me, I just don't love that song or that show. It was okay. And how can I leave out that 15-year anniversary performance from the original cast of Book of Mormon? Josh Gad, Andrew Rannells, the entire ensemble that was able to make it, killed it. In terms of performances from nominees for Best Revival, my least favorite was actually CATS, the JELLICLE Ball. I just feel like because there's already so much going on with costumes and choreography, there was too many cuts. They tried to squeeze too many songs and moments from the show into one short performance. It was overly chaotic to really be able to take it in and appreciate the revival for what it is. Coming in second for me for revival performances is Ragtime. It felt like an expected, almost safe performance, so I felt like it was like, yep, that makes sense. Casey Levy was great, and that was it. And the best revival nominee performance for me was the Rocky Horror Picture Show revival, starring Luke Evans. He came out with gusto. It was super fun. There was audience interaction. It really made sense for what Rocky Horror Show is and what you'd expect for it. The weather was starting to cool down here a bit, and so are my opinions, but I've still got a few hot takes left. The nominees for Best Musical, SCHMIGADOON performed. And it was such a quintessential Broadway performance. I think that's why that show won Best Musical. It had costumes, colors, choreography, comedy. Do I like alliteration? Apparently. Another great performance from a top nominated and top winning musical was The Lost Boys. No more nightmares, it's California dreaming. I loved how their performance started out with a more tender song from new Tony winner Shoshana Bean and her two stage sons. I liked how it had that Santa Carla backdrop, and then it rose up to have the raucous, edgy rock concert. That's what I love about a great award show medley, is when you're able to tell a full story arc in just a couple songs. And then there are the two underdogs for the Best Musical race, Titanique and Two Strangers Carry a Cake Across New York. That one I felt like had a cute performance, but ultimately not that memorable. And I think that's what jury voters were missing in their voting, is that they were looking at shows like SCHMIGADOON, Titanique, The Lost Boys, with sets and costumes and big casts, and this show just like didn't really fit the bunch. Sometimes that works in a show's favor, not this time. Contrastly, Titanique had all of those things going for it, but for me it was the song choice. I don't love that Taking Chances is the finale of the show. I don't think it's a classic Céline Dion hit that you really want to have as the button at the end of your show. And those are my thoughts on the performances from the 2026 79th Annual Tony Awards. What did you think? I wanted more tricks. Is that greedy? Just that one dangling spinny moment at the beginning wasn't enough for me. I wanted a trust fall, baby.